Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. ETN once more. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. ETN up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's deep for Duvernay. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Draw play, ETN. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Another tote for ETN. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, ETN. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. A handoff for Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far. Now Etienne to start the drive. Skirts by him at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. Unable to corral him. He fights through. 115 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a give to Etienne. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. Gets around him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. And they'll run here with Etienne. Shifts past him at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run. It's Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
So first down went the... Direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Etienne with it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 166 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll look to throw on third and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Jaguars. Christian Kirk. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Jaguars getting set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Ooh, the juke. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception, number 23 for him on the year, it's going to tie him with Randy Moss for the most touchdown catches in a single season. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to...
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now ETN. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 226 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Duvernay in motion.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Fights through him. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Jaguars are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Able to spin free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now back to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
2nd and 2. They'll roll him out right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the 4th. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful. And
the Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And they can run the score up even further as they begin this drive.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
that's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The Jaguars back with it on offense as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
looks like he'll throw here.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're going to look to throw.
It's deep for Duvernay.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Bring it! Bring it!
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Jacksonville, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.